Bienvenidos a El Hank Show. Today's show is brought to you by CM Smokehouse, located at Bolden Acres. That is 2027 South Lamar Boulevard in Austin, Texas. Visit CM Smokehouse for all your barbecue needs. Bienvenidos a El Hank Show. Yo soy su servidor, El Hank Garza. Estoy acompañado with... You give yourself the introduction, dog. I can't beat your introduction, so you got to do this one. You got to redo the whole introduction. This is all staying in the podcast, but you have to redo this.
Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a El Hank Show. My name is Kiko Villamizar, and your lovely host today, the gentle giant, Mr. Hank Garza himself.
Buenas tardes. Hey, dude, thanks so much for being here, my brother.
Thank you.
We've been meaning to do this for a long time, and we're finally here, man. We're here at your place. People have seen you on the show, play some music. Now we get to talk to the man, Kiko Villamizar. Tell me about yourself, brother. For the people that don't know, I know everything about you because we're like Eskimo brothers. We're deeper than that. But tell the people a little bit about where you're from, man, what your background is.
Well, thanks for having me, my hermano of the Inuit variety, apparently.
I will.
My people are the ancestral Colombians of Miami. We're the Chicanos of Florida.
The Chicanos of Florida.
Yeah, and
Gente del Patron.
We don't have such an identified culture like y'all to have your own language and stuff yet, but there's a whole generation of us.
I dig it.
I grew up, I was born in Miami, but I was taken back to Colombia and I was raised on a coffee farm there. I'm
what part of Colombia?
Outside of Medellin,
okay.
On a mountain, looking down at it.
Damn.
And
so some of the coffee I drank coming up, you picked it?
Might have been.
Damn,
I picked coffee growing up. I did.
They had that one fake dude on there, right? What was his name? Juan Valdez.
Yeah, he wasn't
got Kiko
real.
V. He ain't real. He ain't fucking real. You want the real guy picking your coffee? You're looking at him right here. Look no further.
That was
here
me.
at El Hank Show, from Monterrey to Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Hey. Yeah, man. Brother, I want to ask you something. What do you got coming up? I think you got something coming up music-wise, you know?
Yeah, I grew up listening and singing Colombian folk music with my family, and I do like a Colombian fusion that's psychedelic, that's modern type music, my own version of cumbias and stuff, and other Caribbean rhythms from Colombia. And I put a fuzzy guitar on it and stuff and have fun. And I got a backing band, and our third album is being released in February. And on February 3rd, we're playing our record release at Antone's.
At Antone's in Austin?
That's right. We're having Easy Compadre and a crew of DJs called Peligrosa open the show.
What day is that?
It's a Thursday. It's February. Yeah, February 3rd, Thursday.
You'll definitely catch the El Hank Show family out there, man, supporting. When does your do you currently have music out right now? And if you do, where can people listen to it?
Yeah, KikoVillamizar.com. You can check out. There's 2 albums that are out, but they don't sound really like this third album.
Okay.
A little.
What changes it, man? What you just started taking mushrooms and you're like, fuck it, dude, ¿sabes qué?
There was a mushroom
Kiko experience.
There was not a mushroom influence.
Okay.
There's one song particularly is born out of being on the couch in the back of the Continental Club listening to Money Chicha, trying to keep myself together after a really good experience with the children medicine, as they call it.
The children medicine?
They call it that traditionally.
Who? I never heard it.
Well, the people that have the word of the mushroom medicine is from Chiapas. It's Maria Sabina's family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Maria Sabina's family, they refer to it as children medicine because while peyote is grandfather medicine because it is regañón and like chastises you and you learn regañado. And ayahuasca's grandmother medicine, it cradles you and holds you. But mushrooms teaches you playing and with laughter like children.
Interesting, my friend.
So they call it children medicine.
Yeah, man. Maria Sabina, that's not just a strain of mushrooms either, you fucking
No, that's a,
uncultured swine. No, it was an actual lady that lived down in, yeah, you're right, Chiapas, Mexico.
yeah.
John Lennon tripped with her.
Yeah, that lady could tell some stories, man. I'm sure y'all could Google some images of her. Yeah. So anyway, man.
So yeah, one of the songs came out of since you asked. But what's different on this album is my first album was just kind of a all Caribbean mix of reggae and little salsa and cumbia and stuff. And then the second album was way more gaita, folkloric. Gaita is these flutes.
Play a little bit of that.
Gaitas are these flutes right here. And it's had this in the center of the melodies and stuff.
Let the people hear that gaita. For all those that don't know, you're about to know. So there you go.
So these flutes is normally, this is a female and there's a male flute and they play at the same time. The female tells a story and the male kind of plays a bass line and backs her up. And this is what predates the accordion on cumbias.
Interesting.
And the accordion imitates these flutes and becomes the accordion sound that's Colombian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brother, I like talking to you when it comes to music stuff, man, like cumbias and the different rhythms. What is a cumbia? Break it down to what is a cumbia and levels of cumbia. Mm-hmm. And yeah,
I totally would love to do that. And I'm gonna I don't think I really answered your question earlier, but like
fucking answer, dog.
The difference in this third album is that it moves a little bit away from just the traditional flute and starts to be a little bit more psychedelic and guitar that I'm playing on it. And this album is Change. The first album was I identify with the element of earth, and then the second album I identify with the element of water, and this album is the element of wind, and it's just change in general. And so in the middle of the album, it starts to move away from the tradition and more into outer space psychedelia. Shit. Oye, bien que te estoy queriendo.
Damn, brother, I can dig that, man.
So that's the difference. So a cumbia.
Cumbia.
So
Let me break it down for on my end. What I hear when I hear that's the like the soul. That's the heartbeat, not the soul. That's the heartbeat of a cumbia.
Right.
And then you add whatever to it at the end.
This is what you're talking about. And this is played on a guacharaca.
Guacharaca.
And the guacharaca is called that because it imitates a bird called the guacharaco. And the guacharaco bird is called that because it sings guacharac, guacharac, guacharac. So this is the onomatopoeia, right? And so this is this type of cumbia that's played on this, and it's played on caja vallenata, which is it's out of you can't see it on camera.
Vallenata and this accordion,
caja vallenata
Rey del
and this
Vallenato.
accordion. So this is called cumbia sabanera, and cumbia sabanera was created much like Bill Monroe created bluegrass by Andres Landero. Andres Landero was a player, a drummer in one of the bands that does the flute stuff. And then they got a gig to travel Europe, but his mom didn't give him permission and didn't sign the thing because he was 16, and she's like, you already don't come back for a week when you are in Colombia. If you go to Europe, you'll never come back. So she didn't give him permission.
Damn.
So he stayed, and he went to the mountain, and he learned accordion in the style of these flutes. And he created that cumbia sabanera sound that then he took to Monterrey in the 60s, and it became the thing that people were like, it became the cumbia that Mexicans know. But before...
La Chicanos, Tejanos.
Before this, cumbia is a rhythm that's traditionally just two drums, the alegre and the llamador, and it's just traditionally just drumming, and then a call and response happens, and this little millo flute happens, which is not a native flute. It's the only African little flute. It's a millet cane.
Really?
And it it kind of sounds. So
millet cane.
Millet cane.
Really?
There was even a millet.
I feed my birds millet, man,
Yeah,
as a treat.
it's the same plant. There was even a millet cane flute in Mississippi because it's an African situation, and they went to both places. And I don't remember the pipe music from Mississippi, from Delta, and they played a drum
too,
and this flute. Not this one exactly, but one made from millet cane.
People forget that there's pretty much pyramids in Mississippi.
Yeah,
the mounds,
the
man.
mounds. Yeah,
brother.
I don't know the ethnicity, but yeah, those
the Mississippian culture.
Yeah,
man. So I mean, obviously, you talk about drums. You talk about coming from the motherland. The esclavos, the slaves, brought it over, and it just stayed alive in the mountain. Or where, back in, let's just generalize South America. Is cumbia something that's like a cultured music, or is it more street music?
So, cumbia is a rhythm that's traditionally just two drums, the alegre and the llamador, and it's just traditionally just drumming, and then a call and response happens, which is not a native flute. It's the only African little flute. It's a millet cane. So ethnomusicologists, I think they've seen that there's a rhythm that's debatable whether it exists or not, called cumbe before cumbia, and then
Cumbe.
cumbia is the Creole or criollo word for this rhythm, because then you involve the indigenous flutes, and now you don't
Yeah.
have just the African drumming anymore, but you have the heart of the Indian mixed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then later the Spanish white verses come and the singing happens, and then you do decimas and other Spanish forms of poems that you add. So that's why cumbia is really interesting, because it's something that all three races can relate to.
Yeah, man.
As opposed to like tango's really white, and the Indians and black people don't like it as much.
Yeah, we don't do
the
tango.
the mariachi stuff is really indigenous, and the black people don't move their groins to it as much. And you know what I mean? It's like everybody it can't relate to all of it, but cumbia
Gumbo, baby.
is all three. It's like
everything.
Louisiana music.
Yeah, man. I get it. Yeah, it's gumbo. Yeah,
Everybody can relate to it.
Bell pepper, onion,
made with everybody
celery.
in it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The holy trinity.
So now cumbia is like punk or hippie. It depends who defines it. There's Huichol cumbia. There's Arizona Native American cumbia. They don't even speak Spanish, and they're making cumbias. But it's just like the best organizer in the world. Everybody wants to have opinions about politics, but everybody knows how to throw their ass at the same time to a cumbia.
It's
the greatest organizer.
Especially here at El Hank Show, baby. We all know how to throw that ass. Mm-hmm. Awesome, brother. And you've been playing it since you were a kid, right? The music?
Yeah, my family was serenade musicians, so they played a lot of boleros and serenatas and stuff. And so like trio music, like Los Panchos, and stuff like that. So I grew up singing that kind of music with my family.
The only Beatles song that I like is a bolero.
Which one is that?
The
Rocky Raccoon?
No.
Rocky Raccoon starts like a bolero.
Nah.
And then it turns into a ragtime. It's a great song.
Is it?
Yeah, it has a rhythm.
I can't remember which one. I think you and Bradley put me onto it though last time. Whatever it was. I gotta pull it up anyway. I'm not a big Beatles fan, but nah. The one thing that I do like of the Beatles that I relate to as being a bolero. What is a bolero? What does bolero mean?
Okay, a lot of people don't have the same way that they refer to rhythms here, because like where there is an African influence in Latin America, instead of genres by like stories and stuff, you have you divide songs by rhythms. Okay. So cumbia is a certain rhythm, and it has a certain pattern on the drum. The llamador goes do do. The thing goes, and the alere goes, and that's a cumbia, traditionally. And then another rhythm would be a waltz. And a lot of rancheras are waltzes. Right. And then there's the rhythm of a merengue. That's a rhythm, right? A salsa has different rhythms. Son montuno is a rhythm. Bolero is a Congolese rhythm originally that then they add jazz progressions to in Cuba. And anything that generally is traditionally played on a conga comes from Congo. That's why the drum is called that. But so there's a clave in a bolero. Tu, 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 tu. And then the rhythm on the guitar ends up being tu, 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 tu. So, but it's generally slower even. So like tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor.
That's what I mean, baby.
And then a lot of this progression happens. So that's what a bolero is.
Yeah, man.
That bass
I love
rhythm
that shit.
And those kind of.
There's a song by Steve Jordan called Creí. I don't know if that is considered a bolero.
I don't know the song.
Creí que tu vida Era mi. Well, anyway, yeah, no, I'm a huge Steve Jordan fan. Esteban Jordan, El Parche, bro. You know what's crazy, man? The way I got in good with the guys at Ellis Bullard is I shared some Steve Jordan music with Ellis Bullard himself. And he digged it, man. One of the ones he digged was A La Heavy.
Oh,
I love that's
Heavy's
my
great.
favorite one, man.
So good.
In my opinion, I don't think anyone plays accordion like him or like will ever play it like him.
You know, I played in a group with his son, Steve Jordan Jr. and with Juanito, the guy that replaced Steve Jordan on accordion, who's a blind dude.
No.
And we were called
Full blind.
the Chameleons.
Los Camaleones.
Los Chameleons. Yeah. And those guys are nuts, dude.
I bet.
Their ability, and they had to follow the Jimi Hendrix of accordion.
Of the accordion, man. Not only the accordion, he played the guitar, the flute, whatever, name it. I went down you had a podcast and the story was told. I didn't know that he had played with Willie Bobo.
He played with so many people.
But he did like 2 years of playing with Willie Bobo without playing the accordion. Just went and played salsa music with Willie fucking Bobo.
He sure did, man. You know what? You know who George Benson is?
Yes.
George Benson is a crazy jazz guitar player, and he kind of like made the singing while you play thing, like scatting what your solo is, a thing. But he got that from Steve Jordan. Damn. They were both at the same audition. And he saw Steve Jordan do that and freaked him out, and he started doing it. And now everybody knows, like, he made it famous. But if you dig into the YouTube archives deep enough, you'll find that there's a video of Steve Jordan, and he's on electric guitar, and he goes, George Benson, eat your heart out. And then he fucking shreds one of those solos while he sings it. It's amazing.
Damn,
but
dude.
He really invented that, and George Benson got it from him.
Interesting. Didn't he also inspire Santana in a way?
Yeah, I don't really know that story, but he played with him. There's video of him playing with him. I could have it messed up. And Jerry Garcia, like, on the same stage and stuff.
Yeah, man.
And then he was, of course, the eye patch accordion player on Born in East LA with Cheech
Marin.
That's how people like.
That's the most
like famous thing.
And then in San Antonio, there's a restaurant called Pico de Gallo, and they have a giant mural of artists. Of not artists, of like just local like people, Tejanos, right, Chicanos. And he's on that mural. I'm pretty sure he is.
Well, I got a baby mama, and she's from the west side of San Antonio, and I lived there with
Puro
her.
hueso.
Del hueso.
Donde el perro es más necio. Shout out to my people on the west side of San Antonio.
Yeah, and man, we used to walk to Salute, where he played every Friday night, and we didn't have the money to get in. It was $10 to get in, but like the glass to the building, you could see the musicians' asses while they played, and you could hear the music. So we would go and have a date outside and dance behind them and shit on the sidewalk.
Grassroots, baby.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings. I love that shit, man. Well, baby mama, right? Not current mama.
That's correct.
All right. Well, whatever happened there, happened there.
Fuck all
but shout out to the west side. Yeah, dude. Yo, have you ever heard of Chale Tamale?
No, but that sounds good.
I better give this dude a good fucking shout out. So Chale Tamale is the it sounds so crazy just even saying it. But Chale Tamale is my plug into West Side culture, like y'all go follow Gemini Vato on Instagram. Gemini Vato. And Chale Tamale is like this little character that he's got. I know for the video people or the audio people can't see, but I'm showing Kiko this shit. It's just, I mean, we're just playing with stuff. It's fun. It's funny to see stuff that's like Chicanos doing, the brown people doing shit out there. Like, oh yeah, we can have these fucking mascots too, and they're funny. And it's to our little, not even full Chicanos, like West Side people, San Anto people, or whatever.
Yeah, real
people,
niche stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like stuff like that, man. So y'all go follow Gemini Vato and Chale Tamale on Instagram, please.
I love those little deep cuts that are cultural like that. Like my favorite thing as I've traveled, I've lived in New York, Miami, LA, and Colombia. As I've traveled, my favorite sound that anybody from any culture ever made was when y'all go, ah.
I knew
That
was
is my
coming.
favorite shit. For those that don't know, those culturally from somewhere else, that means I'm just kidding to Mexican Americans from Texas.
Yeah.
They go,
That's so true.
they go, mwah.
Nah,
Hey, it's
I'm
cold out,
fucking
right?
with you.
Mwah. It's not cold. It's like that. But it's crazy because, like, here's the thing. If you're from Austin, you do a really short one. It's like this. Right? But if you're from San Antonio, the tongue gets a little longer. Mwah. But if you're from
The El Valle, I'll do mine.
from Valle, oh yeah, the tongue I think gets longer. But if you're from Monterrey, the tongue is real long. No
Gene
mames.
Simmons in this show. Shout out to Monterrey. I love it, man. Have you ever played in Monterrey?
I've never played it. I played in Matamoros, and
Matamoros?
in DF, but I've never played in Monterrey.
Mi Matamoros, querido.
There's not an accordion in my music, and I think I'll get tornadoes thrown at me if I don't have an accordion.
Yeah,
in
Matamoros.
Monterrey.
Oh, Monterrey, definitely, man. There's so much good music in Monterrey.
Literally, I
That's-
took my flutes and played cumbia on a stage once,
break
and
that
somebody
shit.
yelled in Matamoros, ¿Dónde está el acordeón?
Where's the accordion?
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Cold world out there, brother.
I'm
Cold
up there
world.
trying to explain. They're
Yo,
like,
getting back to the album you got coming out. How long did it take you to work on it?
you know, this album was ready supposedly before the pandemic, and I had a world
Got
tour.
so bad.
A world tour that I didn't do. Lincoln Center, the Kennedy Center in DC. I was gonna play a bunch of festivals, and well, you know. So, but the good news is that I got rid of some songs and added some that were better, and the album came out better as it cooked longer.
Cool.
So it's ready now, but it was ready. I wrote most of it 4 years ago.
Cool. Any musicians on there that I should check out? Like anybody that stood out on there? Are you working with? Is it your group? Is it mostly you playing? How is it?
Well, I have a backing band.
Okay.
It's every album I've had a different kind of lineup.
No.
And on this album, I have the heaviest hitters I've ever had. They're incredible
Barry
musicians.
Bonds.
2 of them are Grammy winners in Colombian folklore. Like one of them is Edwin El Indio Hernandez, and he played with Totola Momposina, who's a super famous lady, for the last 9 years, but she's retiring because she's not feeling well no more and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my other buddy Beto Cartagena, he's from Gaiteros de San Jacinto, which is that band that Andres Landero broke away from in the 50s to make this accordion music. And it's the same band, but they're like a generational band, kind of like Menudo, but not Menudo, the soup. The group.
Mi moto.
Right, not them. Them.
Yeah,
Like
you
them.
Súbete
No,
mi moto.
but since 1940, that group
Y'all
was
go
founded.
check out Súbete a mi moto by Menudo. Súbete mi moto. Dog, they don't know about Luis Me. Not Luis Miguel. It's Luis Me. There's no Miguel at the end. It's just Luis Me. Yeah, man. That's dope, brother.
Yeah, so...
Dog, I love it.
There's incredible people on it, but they're all like from Colombian folklore masters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. What was I going to ask? What's the process of like, and you're doing this independently? Or how are you doing this? You got your own operation here?
Yeah, I have my company. I have a few things. I have this.
Plug it in. That's why I brought it up, baby. Plug it in.
We're sitting in Wepa Studios. It's my private recording studio.
Sorry, Mono.
And we do audio, video, and podcasts. And
That's right.
And rehearsal space. And it's just, a music studio in general.
Is there a website they can check you out?
WepaStudios.com.
How do you spell that? WEPA
WEPA.
Studios with an E?
That's right.
Okay.
Throw the accent in there, even if you're from wherever.
S Studios, ES Studio, other studio. Awesome, my brother.
And then, so that's the studio building we're in. And then in this very room, we also have the nonprofit where we teach kids. It's called Casa de la Cultura Austin.
Yeah, man, I've been a part of that.
And
Took some Tejano lessons here, man. Some accordion lessons by the great Bradley J. Williams of the Los Pinkies. Conjunto.
That's right.
Much love to Conjunto Los Pinkies. I'm sorry, Bradley. Conjunto Los Pinkies. Great musicians. Y'all go check them out. They got some shows. I think they got some coming up there. They're getting back out there. But yeah, man, I love coming here since the first time I came here, and there's just the studio has a vibe to it, man. I know the question was about your album, but just giving you props on the studio. I love it. There's an energy here. We had a steel guitar player in a previous episode. You and him just came in here and made gumbo, baby. It was y'all made menudo. It was like y'all got whatever you want to call it. Y'all made it. Y'all
really
made
fun.
magic. It was really fun, man. I feel like this place just has something. So if you ever need to record a podcast, or if you're a musician that needs a space, anything like that, please support my buddy Kiko here, man, at wepaestudios.com, man. But so you recorded everything here, or like did you master everything here?
Master is something that you don't want to do in the same place where you track and
Why
mix.
is that?
Because you want more ears on your album than just the same ears doing everything, so that you have a balance of.
Would you agree with that, bro? Yeah. All right.
And not only for that reason, but people who master, that's all they do. They're like heart surgeons of music. It's a different skill and trade altogether than mixing and mastering.
Is there a
and tracking?
Let me ask Rusty in the back. Do you know who Don Was is? The guy that Don Was. I'm pretty sure he was the producer for Johnny Cash. At the end, did all those songs when he did those American recordings. I could be wrong, but I like like that. Like everyone knows Rick Rubin. So, but Rick Rubin was not the master guy, though, right? He was just the producer. We don't know.
Oh, no,
okay, yeah. I don't want to speak out of school.
My
on that one.
wheelhouse.
Yeah, but so is there like for this music? Is there like a person that's like it's like, oh, you want to get it mastered by this guy, or you want to get it mastered by something like that? Is there a standard to it?
Well, so locally, I've been friends for a long time with the Grupo Fantasma guys.
Okay.
Brownout and Money Chicha. Money Chicha just dropped an album that I sing like 7 songs on and stuff, and we've had a tight business relationship and stuff and friendship, and I master with the people that they use. A guy that has a nuance for hand percussion that's Latin and stuff. So that's always a thing. People that know how to deal with those, as opposed to guys that always do Americana, that they don't really deal with congas and stuff very much.
Okay, I see.
But in Colombia there is a place that recorded gaita dub that's done really interesting things.
Gaita dub, interesting.
Yeah, it's
Gaita referring back to that
what is
flute.
the name of the studio?
We'll pull it up. Hopefully, we can add it. Whatever we can plug it in.
I'm blanking.
Yeah.
No, Matic is a cool venue in Bogota that shows.
We got 2 blonteados.
La Llorona Records.
La Llorona record.
La Llorona Records.
Damn.
In Bogota is a cool
Salvador.
studio for this type of music. Where
Cool.
Yeah.
Brother, what's vallenato?
Okay, so Nativo del Valle, so Valle Dupar is the valley that Vallenato is from.
Okay.
And so the Rio Magdalena divides where cumbia is from where Vallenato is from.
Oh,
in
okay.
Colombia. And Vallenato is a different type of music. Cumbia is one rhythm in a tradition of tambores y flauta.
Okay.
Right? And there's different rhythms in that tradition. There's cumbia, there's puya, there's merengues, there's different things that you play with that format. Mm-hmm. And with the format of vallenato, which is caja vallenata, will you hand me that little drum, please, with the synthetic top there?
If you don't mind, my brother,
Please.
thank you so much.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
We got a great helping hand here.
So vallenato is a type of music that you have this format. Thank you so much. With this drum right here, caja vallenata, and then you play it more with your fingers than you do the other drums. And then you have accordion and you have the guacharaca for vallenato. And in vallenato, you have 4 different rhythms. You got son vallenato, paseo vallenato, merengue, and puya vallenata. And those are specifically cuatro aires, 4 airs, or 4 rhythms within vallenato music.
My favorite is what's that? Los Caminos de la Vida.
Right.
Which
that's
was that
a son
one?
vallenato.
Okay.
That's
That's my favorite vallenato song right there. I love playing that on the accordion, man.
Some vallenatos are generally slow, and the most popular vallenatos listened to lately in general. Los caminos de la vida no son como yo pensar. So it's got its specific pattern on the drums and stuff, and the bass player is really crazy on vallenatos.
Interesting.
The bass players for vallenato are the greatest bass players almost in the world. It's nuts what they do.
Brother, where do you see a steel guitar, a pedal steel guitar playing in with this music, man? I gotta ask.
That the instrument doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Why not? Give me that.
It don't matter the arrow. It matters the Indian.
Oh shit! Damn, that's deep. It don't matter the arrow. It matters the Indian.
Yeah, man. I'll make a show with the scratcher right here for 2 hours if I have to at a hotel and I'm hungry. I'll fucking do it.
Damn, dude.
But if
that's the line of the day, right? That's the line of the week. That's a song lyric, Russ. You send that to the Ellis Bullard Band right now, and they got to do something with that. It's like, look, motherfucker, this is the line. You build a song around this fucking line. That's right, yeah.
No es la flecha sino el indio. And the thing
is that a saying from back home?
It's a Colombian saying.
No es la flecha, es el indio?
No es la flecha, sino el indio.
Okay, shit. Well, we might adopt that here at the El Hank Show, man. No es la flecha.
It ain't the arrow, it's the Indian.
It's the Indian, baby. Ooh,
see,
aquí andamos.
It matters what notes you know how to play, or what notes you know how to not play.
Okay,
you know what I mean. Not, and that's practice. Like he said, I'm practice, and then I do other stuff.
Nice.
You know.
Well, yeah, brother. We're about to wrap it up here. Tell us again when that album is coming out.
The album officially drops on February 11th.
Where can we listen to it?
On everything.
On everything. Spotify?
KikoVillamizar.com. Okay. Will take you everywhere, but whatever your thing is, it's going to be on
I just lost a whole bunch of, what's his name? Neil Young music, so I guess you might just replace that list on Spotify.
You lost it?
Yeah, I don't know what happened on Spotify, man. Somebody's tripping out there or something. And then Neil Young went, adios, papa.
What happened to Neil Young?
I don't know, dude. They took his music off, daddy.
There's some controversy.
Yeah, he protested El Padrino. I don't name drop on this podcast, but he name dropped El Padrino. He gave him an ultimatum that El Padrino or me, and they chose El Padrino all day, baby.
Oh, that's money.
It is money, baby. And your money. Kiko Villamizar is money. Please check him out on Instagram at Kiko Villamizar. Also, Kiko Comedy with a K.
Kiko Comedy with a K.
On the next time I'll have you on, man, we'll chop it up about some comedy, some comedia.
Word.
About that, man. But dude, we just opened up this can of worms that I like, man. You breaking down the rhythms. On the next time we'll do the drums and shit, and I love it, man. I love that you gave the breakdown of it and stuff. So, my brother, thank you so much for giving me your time. Again, guys, follow Kiko at Kiko Villamizar Music, Kiko Comedy with the K. Also, check out wepaestudios.com if you need to film anything or get anything done. Please support Casa de la Cultura. Thank y'all so much for watching El Hank Show. Please like and subscribe on this motherfucker. Shout out to our sponsors, CM Smokehouse. And we're going to give a very special shout out to the Ellis Bullard Band and to my man Rusty. Wherever you are, Rusty. Te amo.
I love you in the face.
Sí, señor. Los burros del Huepa. Cumbia Roots Festival. Epa, burrito.